The nation is still reeling from that Alabama professor who went on a shooting rampage last Friday. A portrait of Amy Bishop has been emerging, a mother of four, Harvard educated, with a troubling history of outbursts of rage. But this morning, the person who perhaps knows her best is speaking out, her husband. Ashley Banfield spoke with him, and she joins us now live from Huntsville, Alabama. Good morning, Ashley.
Hi there, Robert. This is the county jail behind me, where inmate number 64007 is holed up in protective custody. The lights are on 24 hours a day in Dr. Amy Bishop's cell. There's no phone, no radio, no media, no television, no newspapers, nothing but a Bible in that cell. And she doesn't have any visitors either, but for those guards who stop by every 15 minutes to check up on her. Her lawyer did see her, though, and says that she is cogent, but has no memory of what happened last week. And of course, all of this has left her husband and her four kids in a state of shock.
I want to know why, I want to know what, I want to know who.
Jim Anderson has a lot of questions after his wife of 20 years and mother of his four children inexplicably opened fire last week during a university staff meeting. Dr. Amy Bishop, confused and bewildered, was immediately arrested at the scene.
It didn't happen. There's no way.
What about the people who died?
There's no way they're still alive.
But 3 professors were killed. 3 other people were injured. And witnesses say Dr. Bishop just walked away and called her husband for a ride.
I pulled up to pick her up to go home. And I thought somebody had gone crazy at the school.
Did you have any idea as to why Amy was being loaded in a cruiser?
No idea.
Did you suspect that she might have been involved in anything?
Nothing, not a bit.
But Dr. Bishop is facing a capital murder charge and 3 attempted murder charges. And ABC News has learned there could be a 4th attempted murder charge after the district attorney learned that one of the other professors was spared when the gun didn't fire.
She stepped out into the hall and pointed the gun at me and pulled the trigger, and it clicked, and it clicked again.
What were your thoughts at that time that you were learning these details?
Like, this can't happen. I mean, what? You gotta be wrong, you gotta be mistaken, you know.
You got the wrong person?
Yeah.
But in the days since the bloodbath, clues from her past have been emerging. The 1986 shooting of her brother, in which she was never charged. The 1993 pipe bombing investigation, and an assault conviction in 2002. A prosecutor recommended anger management.
Did she ever seek any anger management counseling?
No.
Do you think she might have needed it?
I don't think so.
Do you think there's any correlation between some of these events in her past and what happened on Friday?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
But Jim Anderson does know of one trigger that may have caused his wife to snap.
It's the battle for tenure. Only somebody who's been intimately involved with that fight understands. It's a tough, long, hard battle.
Do you think the stress of that tenure fight is involved here?
That, I would say, is part of the problem, you know, is a factor.
Police have combed through both her campus office and her tiny home office, too, where the walls are lined with books, periodicals, and impressive degrees from Northeastern and Harvard.
Is this where Amy used to do all her work?
Used to.
But no computer?
No.
It was here.
Yeah, her laptop was there.
And where is it now?
That's in the hands of the police right now.
He's been allowed no contact with his wife at the jail, only a few rushed phone calls that are monitored by guards.
Does she know really the extent of what's happened?
I can't say because I don't know.
What he does know is that their 4 children are victims too, aged 8 to 18. The eldest is a student at the same university where all of this happened.
What is going through your mind?
A lot. Just the whole, why did this happen? How did it happen? And then, how do I get up the next day and take care of the kids? Make sure that they're shielded, isolated, and insulated from this.
Is that this little?
Yeah.
How are you talking to him about it?
I'm talking as best I can.
What have you told him?
I told him Mom's, not coming back for a while.
And how's he taking that news?
He's so far okay with that. But I've got to watch him like a hawk.
Does he understand anything about what's happened?
No. I said he's 8. I've talked to his teachers. I mean, nobody in the class understands. The kids they're too young to comprehend this.
Does he know what happened? Has he heard?
He's heard, but he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't comprehend it.
And your other 3 kids are teenagers, so they comprehend
They
this.
comprehend.
And how are they managing?
They're holding together. That's all I can say.
For now, this church-going Christian family is getting support from friends, family, and 2 of their pastors.
How has your faith been tested?
To the limit. As long as I have that faith, I'll have the strength to support, the family.
Well, supporting that family is about to get a whole lot more difficult because defending a capital murder case can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And while this family does have a nice home with a swimming pool valued at just under $250,000, Amy Bishop filled out this form in the jail, basically an affidavit for indigency, asking the state to provide her with an attorney. And they did, Robin.
It seems, Ashley, that Bishop's husband has just as many questions as the rest of us about his wife. Does he wonder how he could have missed some things in looking back?
Of course, and so does everybody else, but her attorney at this point is saying that he thinks she's insane. And if he's going to try and mount that defense, let me tell you, it is a big hill to climb, because he's already said, this father has already said she's had no history of mental illness, never seen a psychological counselor, psychiatrist, and has never taken any kind of medication. And she herself says she's got an IQ of 180.
180? We'd heard 160 before. 180. My goodness.
And listen, you've got to have those things for an insanity defense. Those are
Right.
requirements under a lot of statutes across the country.
Of course, you know that very well. But the kids, 8 to 18, did you see them at all? Did you find out how they're, other than what her husband had said?
I did. I had a long conversation with the 18-year-old daughter. She does not want to appear on camera. And actually, they are closely guarding the kids' images. They were going to give me photographs of the entire family. And then at the last minute said, you know what, we're so afraid of putting our kids' pictures out there because there could be a lot of anger out there over how people feel in this community about what's gone on.
I'm glad they're not showing those pictures. You're right about that. Well, Ashley, thank you very much.